All right now. Saturday, 1337, 50 seconds, year 2024, third month, March, day 2. Boop, 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 boop. From another week's trading event. Standing near the window with the window open. Getting some fresh air, just leaning up. This is a cool window. You know, I'm just standing here in the bedroom. And the window is at the perfect height. I can just stand here and just lean on the windowsill and get fresh air and enjoy, you know, all the scenery and the action and everything that there is, you know. Just have a wonderful Saturday afternoon hangout. Like I say, just, you know, damn near 2:00 in the afternoon, and just leaning on the windowsill. All of a sudden, motivated, motivated to film. I'm filming. Got some filming going on here. You know, it actually kind of started last night. Had a little music concert last night, and then Tom the cat shows up for a surprise visit on the back porch. So I had to get him on camera. And one thing led to another, and so all the energy is flowing into videos today. So far. But the whole fucking week has been mainly fucking, I've been fucking writing fucking articles up the ass all fucking week. Fucking, you know, they start off as video comments. I'll watch a video and then I'll start posting a comment, and every comment fucking ends up being a fucking full all out article. So I'm fucking using the fucking notes on the smartphone. I'm fucking writing the article up, and then, you know, editing it and the whole fucking 9 yards, put titles on it and all kinds of shit. And then publish the article. I've been fucking writing articles up the ass all fucking week. My fucking eyes are just fucking red. Holy fucking shit. Been, you know, it's like writing a fucking book. I've written so many fucking articles. All the articles together would be like chapters to a book. Or, you know, subject divisions to chapters to books. I've written enough shit to have plenty of books. And if I wanted to, I suppose I could actually publish them into public and, you know, probably be a New York Times best fucking seller. Be a fucking billionaire. Oh shit. Here's Boob, she's in the closet. Hi, Boob. She's in the closet. Hi. She's a cockabonka pinky. She's enjoying closet time. That's right. Look at sharpen a claw. She's gonna claw something. She's hanging out in the closet. Sharpen a claw, fucker. She jumped on the lion. Did you just jump on the lion? She jumped on the lion stool. Yep, circus cat. She's a circus cat. She cracked her whip at me. See, that makes me roar. I crack a broken guitar string at you. Got to put on a good show for the circus fans. There she is. I see you. That's a song. That's a popular song, radio song. Anyway, so got a little sunbeam popping out a little bit. It's still kind of fucking cold. I'm still hanging out in the boxers. Shall we have a fashion show? This is gonna be a men's boxers fashion show. After all, we need to sell something in the Sears catalog. Shall I pose and walk down the runway in the latest boxer apparel? Well, it's fucking cold in here. I'm gonna put on the sweatpants. The boxer runway show has ended. It's getting kind of cold. There's a lot of YouTubers that put up YouTube videos, and they're fashion stars, and they try on the latest underwear, and they put it up on video, and they turn around and pose and all kinds of shit, and then they tell you this one's on sale at Sears for $19.99. And I was watching some of the YouTube videos. It was mainly the girl ones. Some of the girls they put up a little attorney signal, and they say this video's for educational purposes only, it contains some viewer discretion. And then they start the YouTube video and they say, "This is my transparent see-through bathing suit. I'd like to try it on for you." And I'm thinking, wow, that's pretty cool. I'm just waiting for the men to get on the picture. I'm thinking, well, I might have to be the first one to set the pace here. This is for educational purposes. This is my transparent boxers apparel. Oh shit. You know, I already mustered up the courage to start putting up videos on Hisnia education. You know, well they call it hernias. I call it a Hisnia. You know, educational purposes. How to deal with a hernia. But it's all done with the boxers on, though. And they're not transparent boxers. And it's, you know, and I don't go all out of my way. It just happens naturally because the fucker pops out in the middle of a fucking guitar concert. I have to drop the drawers on camera and turn it into a fucking doctor's show. And there's all kind of bulges happening down there. And stuff needs to be adjusted. Fashionably now. It happens right in the middle of the fucking guitar concert. Or whatever else is going on being filmed. We need to pause for station identification. This is for educational purposes only. Zip, and the pants drop. You know, plug the lightning bolt back into the battery power is going weak on the smartphone. Anyway, I need to go get the fucking the Hisnia belt. Put the Hisnia belt on. Because this fucker's starting to get painful now. I get to talking and laughing and having a good time and shit like that. And then, you know, if I don't have the fucking Hisnia belt, the fucker fucking, all the pressure from laughing and talking and shit. Causes that fucker to fucking bulge out. It starts to fucking hurt. So I gotta put this fucking belt on. Fucking squeeze the fucker back up in there. And hold it in spot. Oh. So there's belt number 1 and then belt number 2. I might as well put a pair of sockies on because the feeties get cold. The footies get cold. There we go. I think I'll brush, get the brush and comb the hair. There. Use the bookshelf mirror. Dun, 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 dun. Catch a little sunbeam on the elbow. Lean on the windowsill. And enjoy some fresh air with some sights and sounds, and enjoy some company. Only company around here are the neighbors. The local tribes people. This happens to be the S Street tribe. And I'm the local tribal the Shaw girl. The Shaw girl. I'm the Shy girl. The Shaw girl. There's the Shaw man. I'm the village shaman. The witch doctor. The voodoo witch doctor. And I practice all colors, and it's not a practice either. It's real. Whole lot of Hollywood acting going on. The real. The projector reel. And and it's real acting. This is real acting. Unscripted. There are no witch doctor's prescriptions here. Which doctor should I see today? Well, this one's pointing the finger and say, go over there. Well, they told me to come over here. Well, we can't tell you. We ain't got any information for you. Why don't you go over there? Well, that witch doctor told me to come over here and see you. Witch doctor. The local witch doctor. Which doctor shall I see? Well, I think everyone would like to have a piece of your ass. Oh, you mean like a slave children that get passed around? Oh, the human trafficking stuff. Ah, I see. It all depends on what mood the doctor's in. Of course, the comedian show is only funny. It's only funny when there's intoxicating drinks to pass around. It's only funny when intoxicating drinks, when there's a toxic situation, intoxicating. As long as there's some toxicity, then the comedy show is funny. It's only funny then. I need to feel inebriated and numb to laugh at what's really funny. Otherwise, if I'm sober and if I dare laugh, someone might think that I'm actually supporting what's really going on around here. Word might get around town and my reputation might be tarnished. Are you supporting that conspiracy theory? How dare you? I think you need a demotion. Oh, I wasn't laughing at nothing. And so this is where people, they learn how to not laugh at certain things, because if they dare laugh, then, the reputation will be tarnished in the town. And that becomes a lifestyle. It becomes a new pattern. Oh, fuck, there's a broken fucking guitar thing here. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, the strings broke, that's why. This thing's sitting here spinning. I'm thinking it's broke. And then I realized, there ain't no fucking string on it. That's why it's turning. Anyway, so it becomes a lifestyle to be very careful of what one laughs at. Otherwise, if one was to let themselves naturally laugh, then they might start to feel natural. They might start to feel probably more healthy, more naturally healthy. But that's why I say, most everything has been turned into a robot controlled situation, a prescription to be very careful with one's behavior. Everything's a prescription act. And there's certain rules in the town that nobody really talks about, but they're just kind of known in secret. But they'll probably talk about it behind closed doors in what they call the private. Well, they'll talk then, but then when they go out in public, they ain't going to say a fucking word. They're just going to keep their mouths shut and play along and go along to get along. So that way, that way they at least get enough of that fake money so they can at least, kind of enjoy life before they expect to die. And that's part of the town talk too. And this gets all into hiring attorneys and joining the militaries and the political ranks, the whole fucking 9 yards. One learns, and then one becomes, it just becomes the normal, and then the consciousness becomes, it's a whole way to be conscious. And so, then children are born into this. They're born into this, and the DNA starts to change. The telomeres and the genes, they all start to change and conform, and so children are starting to be born with all these traits, and they ain't conscious to what's really been buried for generations and generations. There isn't a whole lot of consciousness to what has been buried. Like piles higher and deeper, PhDs and master's degrees, all that stuff that's taught over there. It's all information that has buried something. Buried the soul. Has buried the soul. The conversation. This conversation is still, kind of known, and that is, and it's even a public confession out in the town. Oh yeah, They talk about it, and it's used jokingly, kind of like a comedian show. Oh yeah, I sold my soul. Yeah, it's something to laugh about. Oh yeah, and it's normal. That's become part of the normal talk. Oh yeah, I sold my soul, as though it ain't no big deal. It's normal. Everyone does it, so Ain't no big deal. Sell the soul. In other words, but the thing is, they don't even know what they don't even know what the soul really is. It's just fluff talk. It's splashing around on the surface of the water. It's just something to say, small talk. There is no depth to that, to what's really going on with that phrase. No depth, no real insight. It's very shallow. Oh yeah, everyone sells their soul. Ain't no big deal. But yeah. And then it's covered up with another phrase. Oh, that's a conspiracy theory. That's become normalized, and so people want to be part of the system. They want to feel accepted in society. They don't want to go against the grain, and so it's just a form of survival, really. Really, it's just a form of survival, Surviving. It's survival instead of living. Although it's portrayed as living, but it's actuality is just surviving. Surviving until death comes, until death do us part. It becomes the town talk. Even at the marriage ceremony. Do you take this beloved to be your lawfully loved partner till death do you part? And so now it's becoming like an oath, an oath to expect to die, and no one's really looking into what's really being said. I just took an oath to expect to die. Wow. I just took an oath to expect to die. They're not really thinking on it deeply. So I'm expecting here to die. There's really no thought to put on it. It just becomes like candy words. It's like eating candy, chocolate cakes and ice cream. It's just candy. It's just something sweet to eat. It tastes good for the moment. Eat the candy regularly during the week. After all, as long as I believe in the favorite religious master, the religious master promises that after I die, then if I believe in him and his story, then I'm going to get to live forever. And such is the normal society. Well, that's the town talk. That's the town talk, and it's spoken as it's spoken as though that's normal. But then I come along, people like me, and especially me, and I look deeply into things, and then I give an assessment. I give a real honest assessment on the tax. I assess the tax I'm not going around assessing everything so I can attack everything. I'm giving an honest assessment on the attack itself. I'm assessing the assessors. In other words, that's the law coming in and assessing everything that's legal, that has been stooped in legalism. So it's really, it's an assessment on legal, but it's really an assessment on being mud stuck abusively on the child king energy side. Stuck mud abusive child king. That's the acronym. It's called SMAC. Which is the Smack Bull Dyke Warrior Wonder Woman energy. It's the Smack Bull Dyke Warrior Wonder Woman energy. This is the woman that decided that she doesn't like the universal child to express itself, so she stopped having children and created a society to steal other people's children, to shut the children up that dare want to express the universal energy. That's where I come in. That's the energy that I like to, that this thought and body likes to, exude and radiate, to assess the assessor, the tax assessor. It is a full all out assessment on the tax assessor, who is stuck in legalism on the legal side. Because there's nothing wrong with the legal side. It's just that when it becomes mud stuck on abusiveness, using the child king energy, which is the boy energy, which is the warrior energy. And I'm not saying that the warrior energy is bad. I'm saying being stuck on it abusively. That's the problem. That's legalism. Like Buddhism and alcoholism. The word ism is the word for addicted. The addiction. Like the dictionary, the dick. The king energy, that's the boy energy. That's the one with the dick that goes around and dicks everyone up the ass with the tax. The tax is just another word for the heavy burden, which is another word for you better do what I tell you to do, I'm going to hurt ya. That's what it all comes down to when it's looked at very deeply at the universal level. Instead of shallow splashing around on the top of the water, on the surface of things, that's sugar-coated. Looking at things deeply at the highest universal level with the vibration, the frequency, the energy. To look at things very deeply. Deep. The deep, like the girl queen energy, that's the deep. The deep, like the deep area down there. The deep. And I'm not saying that the king energy has the deep too. The king energy just does have the deep. But if the deep is not being, used or, whatever, looked into, then it's very shallow. or all kinds of different, depths, shallowness or whatever the fuck, And the girl energy can be just as shallow as the boy energy. But what I'm saying is that in the societal conditioning that's happening right now, it is the boy energy that is going around, because that's the warrior energy. But it's the girl hiding behind the boy warrior energy. And that is the warrior girl. And the warrior girl is the bold dyke lesbian woman that went gay. And it's very obvious when the observation is used to assess what's going on, because gay women don't have children. They're pussy lickers. And they put on strap-on dicks. Plastic robot dicks. All right? This is the reality of the situation. It's very obvious to the universal assessment, the assessing energy, the assessor that assesses the tax collector, the assessor that assesses the tax collector. Very obvious and very common sense. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out when it's seen. Now, it might need a little bit of rocket scientist to see it every day and be conscious with it so that it's seen, so that it starts to grow and starts saying, yeah, I see. Gay women don't have children. They don't. They create a society to steal other people's children. That's what the hospitals are set up for. That's the first step to the whole enchilada. They steal other people's children so that they can control all the children, because children like to assess everything and tell the honest truth of what they see is going on. And they like to say to Mommy, "Mommy, you're acting like an idiot." And then Mommy doesn't know how to differentiate the word actor. And she takes it personally and thinks, "Oh, you're calling me an idiot, huh?" This is the psychology, getting deep with psychology. What's going on at the psychological level? In other words, what's going on behind the scenes with thought, with invisible thought? The thought energy. Because there's two energies in the universe. The yin and the yang, the boy and the girl. Thought, which is invisible. No one can see it. But it can be seen if one looks for it. And then there's the girl energy, which is bodies. These bodies. Everything that has a physical form. A tree body, dirt body, leaf body. Everything in the universe has a body. And then there's also the thought, which is another word for the spirit. Spirit and body. And body is also the same word as soul. Spirit and soul. When one starts to examine deeply what's going on with all these words, and these words that are attached to definitions, Webster's dictionary, and starts looking at all the cultures and all the religions, and sees how all the cultures and religions uses similar words, but a lot of times different words that are describing the same energy. And then the religions and the cultures will each twist the energy and the words according to how they want. But it's all still at its root the same energy. So it's a matter of breaking the code, figuring out what they're calling it, and then realizing, okay, they're just calling the boy energy this. I see what they're doing over here in this culture with all their little, with their dictionary over there. I see what they're doing with it. They're spinning it how they want, however they've learned to spin it, whether unconsciously or consciously. But it's still the same energy. Okay. For example, in India, the Indian culture with the yogis, all right, they call the boy energy, they call it the spirit. And they go throughout all of India, and this spreads throughout the whole fucking world. Because the yogis are looked up to, because they're the ones that come across with this message that, well, if you just realize you're just a spirit, and you're not a body, if you realize you're just the spirit, then you'll have so much peace in your life. And you can sit in it with almonds in your hand with your legs crossed. And be so nice and calm and breathe, because you are nothing but the spirit. And that's all you are. Okay, this comes out of the India culture. And that's, in essence, what they're saying is, you are nothing but the boy energy, and that's all you are. And there is no honor and equilibrium and consciousness with the soul or the body or the girl energy. In fact, they go so far as to tell everyone right in their face and tell them, you are not the body. And all the people hear this and they think, oh God, this is a great religion to believe in. And God, I feel so good because I can actually sit down and just be quiet and breathe. Not say a fucking thing. Just shut my fucking mouth and not say a fucking thing. Oh, and the bull-dyke warrior energy loves this philosophy, because the less you say, the less she's going to have the opportunity to be exposed and audited. The bully energy. Point blank. That is a full, honest assessment. Assessing the tax collecting assessor. Okay, that's just one religion, for example. All right, now let's go to the Eastern religion called martial arts. Okay, the same thing is going on in the martial arts Eastern Oriental religion. What is their religious mantra? Mind over matter. Okay, they're not telling everyone you're just a spirit and you're not the body. They're not using that language. They're using a different language. They're calling it mind over body. But an honest, deep assessment, to meditate, to think on it, to dwell upon it deeply, one shall see it's the same. They're saying the same fucking thing with different words. And to one culture, it seems totally different. They hear it and they say, well, over here in yogi, we say we're just the spirit. That's all we are. We're just spirits. But over in the Oriental cultures, what they say, they don't say like they say it in India. They don't go around saying we're just the spirit. What they tell you, basically what they're telling you is the spirit controls the body. That's what they're saying. They're telling you the truth. They are telling you the truth according to the fake system. Oh yeah, right in front of everybody's face, but no one sees it. In other words, that's just another way of saying Well, you ain't the body. You're just the spirit. Because the spirit is going to control the body. In other words, mind over matter is the thought energy, is another word for mind, that's going to be over the girl energy, which is the body. So once again, this is the king energy going around the town telling the girl what to do. And in other language, one of the ways that they subliminally do this is they go around and tell everyone, well, as they're getting married, do you, beloved, take this woman to be your lawfully wedded da-da-da till death do you part? In other words, what they're saying, what they're confirming and getting, putting a pile higher and deeper on is, you're just the spirit, right? In other words, you plan on dying, right? In other words, you plan on staying shut up, right? In other words, there ain't going to be no honor here given to the girl energy, which is the body, right? Okay, but no one's hardly anyone at all. And I can go so far as to say there ain't another fucker on this fucking planet that sees it. Only one that sees it right now is me. Because I am the first one on the whole fucking internet giving this fucking message. There ain't no one else at fucking all. Puh. But everyone is starting to get to see it now that I'm going on the internet, viral across the whole fucking world, sharing what I see going on. And I'm saying this so fucking loudly like a trumpet being fucking blown. Everyone around the whole fucking world, kings, queens, leaders, peasants, you fucking name it, are having their fucking roofs blown the fuck off, so to speak. I am blowing the fucking lid off the whole fucking cover up. Just straight the fuck up, just blowing their fucking pirate ships out of the fucking water, picking them off one at a time like a fucking military sniper. Bam! Blowing the shit out of them. Just fucking annihilating their fucking asses. Which is just another way of saying helping them to wake up. I'm talking symbolically. I ain't saying I'm going around blowing them the fuck up. Okay? But that's really the only language people understand because society is all about competition. That's the only language society really understands. If you talk to them with the competition language, then they can start to see something. So when I say I am blowing all their fucking ships out of the fucking water, all their pirate ships, just fucking annihilating the fuck out of all of them, single fucking handedly, with no fucking army, none what the fuck soever, no following, no fucking devotees, no vote for me fucking crowd, single-handedly fucking their shit up. And no one can fucking touch me. None. They ain't no fucking match. I'll fucking flick them off the fucking finger like a booger very easily. Bunk. The reason is because I'm connected to the universal energy, the energy that is. And that's just an observation. Otherwise, if it wasn't the energy that is, then I would not be having any success what the fuck soever. I'm just giving an honest assessment. I am tapped into some type of energy And I am seeing success up the fucking ass with it. So that's telling me that the energy is that's being tapped into or hanging out with. I'm not really tapping into it. I'm becoming one with the energy. It's a together thing. Equality, becoming equal with the energy, so that the universal energy and that which this thought body here is all the same fucking energy. So anyway, so over in the Orient, they call it mind over matter. That's the Oriental philosophy, which is the same thing going on in India. Which is, in India, they just say, oh, we're just the spirit. You are not the body. All the top yogi teachers teach this. You are not the body. You are just a spirit. And over in the Orient, they say, they say it's mind over matter. Which, when looked at deeply, is just a different way of saying the spirit over the body, or the spirit over the soul, or the thought over the body. Okay? Now let's go to another culture. The Western culture. What's the religious? There's two of them going on. Well, yeah, let's just say the Western over here in the Northwest. North America. The North American West. Because there's two Western cultures. There's the East-West and there's the West-West. The East-West is London. And their mantra is think and grow rich. Think and grow rich. Which is the same thing as saying, in India, you're just the spirit. See, there's the emphasis on the thought power. It's all about the spirit, which is the same thing as thought. Okay, so there's the Eastern West, and that's all the London Bar Association, England. That's the Vatican. Italy, the Italian Stallion, Rocky Balboa. The Mob, Italy. Pizza, Italian. The Godfather. Okay, that's all the Eastern West. And then there's the Western West, and that's over here in America, or United States area, the United States Corporation. It's called America, which is different from the United States, but people know it through two different energies. And over here, it's the dominant is the Christian religion, which is, in the New Testament, they say, husbands, be sure that you rule over your wife. And they tell the wives, submit to your husbands. And then they tell the husbands, be sure to rule over your children. Okay, well, that's a different way of saying the same thing. That's the boy energy, which is the thought energy, which is the Father, Son, Spirit, King, boy. It's all warrior energy. It's the boy, the boy. Be sure that you dominate over the body. In other words, it's the same. It's the same way as saying over in India, you're just the spirit and you're not the body. In other words, there ain't going to be no honor given to the soul or the body or the girl energy. It ain't going to be no honor. You might as well expect to die. You're going to be sick and you expect to die. There ain't going to be no honor. You're going to be like a leaf on the tree that's always going to be withering. Ain't going to be no body living forever around here. In fact, you better believe my story I'm telling you and believe in my Savior. So that when after you die, there's the fake promise you're going to be able to live forever and get a new body. But it's the same thing. It's the same, and this is what I see. This is the assessment that I see, that I'm sharing across the whole fucking world, and just ripping the fucking shreds out of everyone's philosophy and PhD and masters and religion. Just blowing the fucking shit out of it, showing that all their religions are the same fucking thing, spoken and said a different way. And all their religions are not bringing equal power to the two universal energies, which is boy and girl energy, the yin and the yang, the king and the queen energy, the negative and the positive energy. There ain't no equality in that. And those dumbed down religions. There ain't. And it's very obvious, should be very obvious, especially when the assessor comes out and he says, well, just look around the town. Just look at history. Hasn't it been all the women that have birthed all the children? Haven't they been beaten and stepped on by all the men? And it's not the men, it's the man energy. Because there's plenty of girls and women that are dominant with the man energy going around the town, stepping on the girl energy, which is just another energy for the expression. It all comes down to the same thing. Expression. That's the energy that audits everything and gives a full, honest assessment on what's really going on. So when I say all this shit, everybody's realizing across all fucking nations, all these kings, presidents, even the peasantry, all the workers, everyone. When I show up and I publish all these articles that I'm writing on the internet and passing them all around, they're all listening what I have to say, and they're all thinking to themselves, holy shit, this fucker's making so much fucking sense. But they're just beginning to see it. They're just beginning to peck on the shell so that they can get themselves out of the box. They're just starting. It's growing. But at the same time, those that know a little bit more what's going on, they're a little bit more quick-witted, and they got a little more understanding. They're starting to see quick, and they're realizing, oh shit, he just fucking breaking the shit out of everything that we've known. Everything that we've been dependent on how to live. He is just fucking destroying it. Laying it bare. So that it's seen for what it really is. In other words, consciousness is starting to grow. The universal consciousness is starting to grow. And it's not that I'm literally going out and around and blowing the shit out of everything. That's just competition language. That's just street language that everybody understands. The common layman's terms. Everyone understands what that language is, because the whole society is based on competition. But what's really going on beyond the competition languages is mama is showing up with nutrient-rich tits and is lifting the baby to the tits for consistent nourishment so that there is growth happening. Consciousness is growing. The universal energy is growing. It's growing up. It's becoming conscious. And the word conscious is this starting to realize that equal expression, equal expression, equal. Everything has access to the same resources. Access to the same resources. Rather than what's been going around is everything has been being hoarded and controlled. And those that have been wanting some of the resources, they have been hindered from accessing the resources, and hindered on purpose. And this gets all into the bankruptcy philosophy, where everything is supposed to be treasury prepaid as creditors to the bankruptcy. The universal energy, bankruptcy, just another word for the unconsciousness that grows conscious naturally, because growth just happens. I mean, this is what's called getting very deep into what's going on instead of splashing around on the surface. What's really going on around here? Anyway, part 2 coming up. Pull the finger.